Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. Today, continuing with the One Piece videos, we will talk about chapter 1046 of the manga. The great battle between Luffy and Kaido continues. We know that both characters are extremely powerful and now they are fighting with all the powers they have, but they are fighting in a different way. After all, Kaido wants to destroy his opponent as fast as possible, while Luffy just wants to have fun while making everything around him funny. Luffy's last attack seems to have been strong enough to knock Kaido unconscious and end the battle once and for all, but Luffy's victory has not yet been officially announced on Onigashima. In today's video we'll talk about all of this and the big chapter that will conclude the battle that will change Luffy's fate. And I already count on your help to leave your like in the video to support the channel. I also hope you subscribe if you're still new here and leave your comments saying your opinions and what the next videos you want to see here on the channel. Now let's go to the video. Guys, as you know, the One Piece manga is in one of the most amazing times of all time. For the last 20 years everyone believed that Luffy was just getting over himself and becoming strong with a fruit that only his creativity made powerful. But actually, the fruit did make Luffy, but really it was a power that would only be powerful with Luffy. At least it would only make Luffy powerful in this generation. After all, that fruit is the one who chooses who will possess the power. The fruit has a will of its own, and it had chosen Luffy to become the sun god Nika. And the most amazing thing is the way Luffy's power hasn't changed. It's still a fun power to use, something Oda had said he would always keep for the character. After all, we know Luffy is manipulating everyone around him, the environment, and also acting differently. Kaido talked about how Luffy's powers were changing everything around the two of them and were also causing Luffy to be fighting in a different and unique way. After all, he was using the powers of a Paramecia and Zoan. Yamato and Momonosuke also agreed that Luffy, while in his new transformation, had a very different personality than the one they had met before. It was as if Luffy was a different person. So what really happened to him? Let's talk about it now in our anticipation videos for the next chapters of the manga, especially for chapter 1046. As you know, there is a great possibility of Luffy's power being recognized by everyone who was fighting in that place. Previously, he had already appeared to everyone inside the castle because of his giant form. All of Kaido's allies were afraid of this new power of Luffy's because they had never seen anything like it. The same thing happened to Luffy's friends, who were impressed to see the new way he was fighting. Then, with this power, Luffy was able to strike Kaido with a single attack, a power that has not yet been explained. After all, Luffy's blow went through Kaido's insides, and after that the Yonka seems to have been defeated. But how does this power actually work? Kaido cited how Luffy is using the devil fruit in a unique way, uniting Zoan and Paramecia powers, and in addition he was also using the powers of Hoshiku and Busashoku Haki. So now that Luffy used an attack that passed through Kaido's body and still seems to have defeated him, and also in one scene had his hands go through Kaido's eyes after being swallowed by the dragon and then touch Yonko's nose, there is a possibility that now Luffy can use the powers of a Logia fruit, a power similar to the intangibility we see these characters using. However, usually those who use the power of Logia do not control the intangibility, as Luffy seems to control the power and decide what he will go through with intangibility and what he would touch in a physical way. Many also say that this power is the most advanced form of being able to use Haki, the power that involves internal destruction, but in a way where it is actually hitting the opponent from the inside of the body, thus causing an even more precise victory over the opponents. These two possibilities make sense. In Luffy's victory, he really could have used the advanced Haki. After all, he beat Kaido by going through his body intangibly. However, the intangibility seems to have come from the devil fruit and not from Haki. However, the attack that knocked Kaido out could have been done inside Yonko's body with the advanced Haki. Even so, the power of intangibility is possibly part of the power of the awakened devil fruit, because as said by the Gorosei, the awakening of this fruit would allow Luffy to manipulate his body as he wishes. But after this big new attack by Luffy, we see that Kaido has apparently been defeated by Luffy's attack, and even if this was momentarily and Kaido was defeated but manages to get up to fight again, it should still be announced that Kaido has been defeated. That way, the whole castle would know that another Yonko had been defeated by a new generation pirate, just as everyone was scared when Big Mom was defeated by Law and Kid, which surprised everyone who was fighting there. Now Kaido's defeat will automatically bring an end to all the battles taking place on Onigashima. After all, the most powerful members of Kaido's crew have already been defeated, as the Toborapis and also the three crew leaders have also been defeated. Kaido was the one who kept all the pirates allied to the pirates of the beasts fighting. Everyone believed that Kaido's victory was guaranteed and would guarantee victory over all that fighting, winning the alliance between pirates and samurai. After all, we saw that after Kaido apparently defeated Luffy, we saw that he joined the fight in the castle, and there he was defeating many enemies while intending to defeat the Straw Hat Pirates once and for all. It is important to remember that when defeating Luffy in previous moments, Kaido and his companions used this fact to try to discourage all those who were fighting against them, trying to make Luffy's allies lose hope of victory. With the defeat of Big Mom, we saw that many of Kaido's allies began to fear the possibility of being defeated by the pirates and the samurai, and now, with the announcement of Kaido's first defeat in years, all of the Yonko's allies must give up the fight, mainly due to the fact that many enemies of Luffy and his friends in this battle were in the past enemies of Kaido who, after being defeated by Yonko and after the defeat, joined Kaido's crew. We saw that Kaido more than once invited Zoro to join his crew, which the swordsman did not accept, but now that Kaido has apparently been defeated, many of his former allies may leave the crew, creating an internal conflict in Yonko's crew. As I mentioned before, I still believe that Kaido should stand up after that battle, even if he doesn't fight again. After all, the author of One Piece still needs to reveal flashbacks or explanations about the past, and that's because we don't have much information about the motivations of that battle on the part of Kaido. Kaido mentioned that he is in Wano for a specific purpose, a purpose that goes beyond the mission we know so far. After all, during the battle against Yamato, Kaido mentioned that Wano has something very important that no one understands yet, no one but him. Besides, we know that during the battle against Luffy, we noticed that Kaido for some reason seems to be searching for Joy Boy, and even this can be related to all the motivations and goals he has. After all, when facing Luffy, he mentioned that that boy cannot become Joy Boy. Kaido for some reason seems to know something about Joy Boy, or at least he knows about some of the requirements for the awakening of this mysterious character. After all, he expected Joy Boy from Luffy, and may in the past have expected it from Ace or another character who was participating in the Great Battle of Marineford. That because there is no explained reason for Kaido to try to face Newgate in that battle. He would gain nothing by defeating another Yonko. Kaido already had the title, and with Newgate's fall in that battle, the leader of the Beast Pirates would have no benefit, so Kaido looked for something else. We still don't know what Kaido was really planning. We don't know his real intentions beyond his quest for One Piece, but his whole connection to the Rock's DZ crew, what he knows about Wano and Joy Boy, everything should be explained and everything should still be connected. Thus, it is still necessary for Oda to create a lot of explanations after Luffy manages to defeat Kaido, besides seeing Kaido recognize Joy Boy. In chapter 1046 we will also see Zenesha finally arriving in Wano to witness Luffy and Kaido's fight, because once he was shown he was near Wano along with the Navy ships. So in this next chapter we will finally see the arrival of the Great Elephant to explain us even more about this power that Luffy managed to obtain after awakening his fruit. Not only that, Zenesha will also be able to explain what would be these drums that are very important to the world of One Piece. So it needs to be explained to us what connection these drums may have to the known character Joy Boy, and who this mysterious figure was who lived in the Void Century, and it also needs to be revealed to us what happened in the past, something Zenesha does not want to reveal. It is worth remembering that Joy Boy awakened along with Luffy's awakening, but Zenesha has not answered Momonosuke if he is really talking about Luffy, which could really be Oda trying to distract us from the real intentions he has with the manga. But with the arrival of the Great Elephant we will have this explanation, but the battles will continue because the Navy will also arrive at the same time and will witness the confrontation between Luffy and Kaido, so they will inform the Gorosei about what happened. What can make the Gorosei even more frightened about what might happen in the future, because they only know about the possibilities of the powers of the awakening of the legendary fruit, but they still did not have the knowledge that this fruit had actually awakened. So the bearer of this fruit, which is Luffy, may be the main obstacle to Sekai Sifu today. Not even Kaido, who is being a great obstacle in Luffy's journey, is being able to defeat him. The only way that Sekai Sifu would now be able to defeat Luffy and the awakening of his fruit would be with the union of the Navy Admirals and the SSG. And finally, most likely, as I mentioned, in chapter 1046 we may see some flashbacks telling about Kaido's life, even if he can't return for the battle against Luffy. But comment on what your expectations are for this chapter. Thanks to all of you for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed the content and information in today's video. We hope that we will always continue together talking about the news of the anime and the manga, so comment your doubts, news, or what you think will happen in the anime in the future. Also comment on the new videos you want to see here on the channel. We'll see you again in the next video. I'll wait for you here. Bye.